Hey everyone, welcome back to more Mechabellum. I'm DisturbingPuppet. Today we're going to try out survival mode again, see if we can actually get through and survive all the way through survival mode. Instead of dying in the very last wave like last time, we'll try normal again, so there are 12 rounds. Got to keep that in mind. Jump into it. So a real challenge here, every single round we're going to be facing totally different stuff, and my stuff might die in the process. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. Yeah, it was definitely a little rough last time. Just kind of barely got through a couple waves without taking too much damage, but had enough that by the end, I think I ended up, if I had like 300 some odd more points, or I shot down one more Overlord, I would have been fine, something like that. So I think if we'd just taken one more, I would have been okay. All right. Yeah, and we have the durability stat, so you die, there's a chance to come back. Well, you come back until you have all your durability eroded. And yeah, promoting resets it, so that's something to kind of keep in mind as well. We can try to keep stuff. This is a little different than what we started with before. In every round we have access to different units, so that's another odd thing. So let's see what the enemy has. Fangs, crawlers, artillery, deploying pretty far back. Fangs and artillery are definitely an issue. 300 points to play with, so if I want to deal with artillery, I'm tempted to try a couple odd things, but let me go with, as an option here, how about I'm going to grab a unit of flyers and a marksman. And the flyers, I'm going to actually set them up kind of in preparation to be like kind of far in the back, so anyone kind of approaching my territory gonna get picked off. And that was something that I actually saw the AI do once, and I thought it was kind of an interesting idea to have them kind of deployed further back to sort of deal with stuff. There's nothing really that can attack them over on that flank, so that kind of makes sense. Over here, we've got the artillery and the fangs. All of that is, not good stuff. I'm gonna have to just sort of send them in. Okay, I can try to get them on the artillery there. Guys, head in directly. Arc lights behind because they're good at anti-swarmer stuff. I'm going to deploy the marksman further back, just to kind of pick off whatever, hopefully. Yeah, I'm just going to heavily weight this side here to deal with this particular round, and we'll kind of see how it goes. Artillery's coming in, arc lights, taking out most of the fangs there. Over on this side, yeah, we're kind of moving in. We're going to waste all our shots on crawlers there, probably. Okay, got the tower down. Crawlers are causing some trouble. Artillery's causing some trouble. Okay. They still haven't made it to my tower because they got really slowed down there. I wish you guys would shoot at the artillery because they're closer to you and they're actually more of a threat. Maybe now they will. Crawlers are kind of out of the way. We're moving pretty fast, so the artillery isn't going to hit us too much here, I don't think. Okay, that worked out. Take out the tower. Just kill off the last of the crawlers here, hopefully. Yeah, came through this one relatively in good shape. I did lose one whole unit of balls. Yeah, arc lights can do some damage here, even with the weakened attack. Okay, good. The less things that die, the better. How many things survive isn't really a big deal, except for just not losing that ability to kind of have these guys again. Let's see. I did actually like the level 3 hacker. That was interesting last time. Long range sledgehammers is interesting. I think I'm going to go double health on something. And I could actually get something pretty nasty here. So yeah, we lost one on the steel balls in the front. They're the only ones that died there, it looks like. Everybody else was fine. We could upgrade here for 200 points. What are we facing anyway? We've got flyers, we've got hover tanks, more flyers. Yeah, a lot of flyers. So that is trouble. I don't have a lot of ways to deal with it, is the problem. I could get an upgrade for the arc lights to let them shoot at aerial targets, but they're shorter range than those guys, so it's not really going to do me a lot of good. I think we need to go Mustangs because they can actually hit aerial targets as well. So I kind of need Mustangs to deal with the flyers. They hopefully will help deal with other stuff as well. How much is it to level you guys? 100, okay. And it's 100 for the upgrades here as well. Alright, we're going to go Mustangs. And I think I'm going to put Mustangs here as well. I'm just going to massively reinforce one flank here, which probably in the long run is not going to help me. But if I can avoid having guys die because I have just massive firepower, I think that'll work out for the best. I could go with the sentry missile. It might save me a bit over here. Let's do it just to do some damage as they approach on that flank. Flyers are going to be trouble, but hopefully it will do okay. So this side's kind of the important zone, and actually all of his flyers are here. Wasting our shots on the towers. Over here, yeah, did an okay job. Flyers are weak, my marksman will pick them off. Okay, we should be good. Did lose quite a few units though. Let's see if we can intercept. Don't think I'll lose anybody else here. Well, it's possible, but I don't think so. Yeah, nice one-shotting with the marksman there. I moved just out of range. Alright. So I'll have to take a look and see how we're doing on our... I saw a Vulcan there. Photon emission's interesting. That's 3 rounds. Crawlers are 3 rounds. That's an interesting distraction. I'm going to take that, actually. I'd like something big. Alright, so... yeah, the steel balls there have been taken out twice. You guys have been taken out once. We're actually doing pretty well on that, honestly. Okay, we got a Vulcan. Tanks. Tanks. There's actually not a lot here. Does that mean something's in my flank? I don't see anything in my flank. Doesn't mean there isn't something in my flank. I might hold on to the crawlers. He doesn't have anything here that can deal with flyers, so I'm actually going to take an Overlord. I'm going to put the double health on the Overlord, and I'm going to deploy him over here. A little further up, that way we're kind of in range. So with the 250 points, I think I might just do upgrades here. We could just do health for everybody. Yeah, let's do health for everybody. I'd kind of like to wait to upgrade these guys if they take a loss, but we're not liable to take a loss here anytime soon. This other squad keeps getting wrecked. Right, let me go ahead and do it, just to have a bit more firepower, and we'll hold on to the points for next round. There's nothing in my flank, right? Yeah, nothing in my flank. Just gonna eat that Vulcan. There's a lot of stuff back over here. That's a bit of a problem. A lot of swarming stuff. This left side, we're doing okay. There were actually fangs here, which can do some damage to me. But, like, I'm already all over the place on the next tower. They don't seem like they're shooting my aerial targets there, or aerial units there. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Okay. Increase HP of all units by 30% is pretty fantastic. Yeah, I'm going to take that, even though it's fairly expensive. Alright, he's got force fields up. Fangs. Tanks. Crawlers. Fangs. Tanks. Crawlers. All kinds of good stuff. We've got some flyers coming in on my flank, which I'm not super excited about. So I need something to deal with flyers over here. I don't really have much I can recruit. I just basically get my own flyers. He's got a couple wings there. These guys come in at level 2. So that's something else that changes as you go up. You can get guys to spawn in at higher levels. Yeah, you know what? Give me a couple units of my own wasps. So this will help in future against other flankers as well. And if there's nothing back here on a particular round, we can just move on. We're on round 4. Let's get... Yeah, let's get the increased attack. I probably want to start looking at upgrades at some point here. I could get crawlers, because he does have force fields. So we could dump crawlers like inside the force fields just to mess with them. Let's see, it's 4, so we could then use it again on 7 and 10. So we get a few uses out of it. I don't think I need it, but I'm going to put... I'd like to kind of protect the guys in the center here. We keep getting trashed. So let's do that. And off we go. So we're going to win this fight because they're going to take a while to spawn in. Gives me a lot of flyers that have a delayed action into the fight. Crawlers in the center, keeping them busy. We should have a lot more health for everybody as well. Okay, tower's down. Taking down that shield. Yeah, just kind of curb stomped him here. Right in the action. Just have some stronger tanks this time. I should probably be looking at upgrades now. Things are going to get really nasty really quick. Let's see. Attack is doubled. Attack and HP are increased. We'll take the amplifying core. It's very, very good. Bunch of snipers. A bunch of these, the sentry missiles, which are not going to do me any favors, that's for sure. I want something big to put the item I just got on. So I think we go Fortress. We put the amplifying core in the Fortress. We get the force field on you. And we try to cover as many guys as I can with a force field here. Looks like I can also level up those front guys so I can get those losses back. 100 points doesn't leave me much else I can do. We have the important upgrades here. We could upgrade you. He's going to spawn some guys back here who are just going to die. Yeah, do we want that, or do I want some crawlers as a distraction? Or some upgrades. Maybe I could do some upgrades. It's 100 for you guys. I mean, we are getting a lot of extra health now. So leveling up might be quite worth it. Okay, let's level up the Mustangs and hope for the best. It's a lot of snipers here, which I'm a little concerned about. Sentry missiles hitting the shield. Kind of in and wrecking havoc, and the snipers are going to give me trouble. Got a lot of tanks over there as well. They actually destroyed me on the left there. Oh, I didn't realize we had fangs deployed in the back too. Alright, that's kind of bad for that flank. I think I will probably be okay on the right with all the flyers here. But there's a whole lot of swarming things coming in that are going to be trouble. I think we win this, but a lot of guys are going to die. So focus on those snipers here, yes. Kill them ASAP. Then we can worry about everything else. Now, I'm weak because my other tower's down. Snipers are just going to pick us off here. It's so much air power. The crawler's giving me some trouble. And there's a few fangs left. Still taking out more of my units. A bit messy for sure. Level 3 hacker. We've got a decent amount of points now, so that's not too bad. Let's do that. I actually was pretty impressed with the hacker last time. I have upgrades I can do, which can negate some losses. So you actually died. What do I want to do? I mean, I would like another one of hackers, like we did last time, to kind of play around with. I think that's all I can really do. And then just kind of look at upgrades. I have to kind of keep them over here to keep them protected. Keep you inside the shield there. Okay, upgrades. Is there anything interesting we can do? Nothing here is really going to matter. But something here might. These guys can't attack me. You can. Spawn wasps every 28 seconds. Go with the artillery for the ground targets. I'm going to spawn wasps. I think just having more units in general is probably going to be helpful. I don't know if that's really going to work out because this other overlord might take me out before I get a chance to do anything. It's only a level 1, so I should have an advantage there. You guys have nothing to fight, so they should just move up. Yeah, I'm just going to keep hitting ground targets while his overlord kills me, probably. That's what's going to happen there. Taking some damage for sure, but we should be looking good on this right side, I think. Although the Inferno just dropped my shield, and the Vulcans dropped my shield, causing some trouble. Yep, my whole left flank is gone. I don't know, I'm not so sure. This Vulcan is really destroying me. He's level 2. Nope, I took him over. Nice, 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 nice. That should help me a bit here. If I can take out his overlord. This is a giant mess. Take out that overlord. Take Take out that Overlord. Come on, guys. Just barely got it. Man. I'm taking units over, which is causing a bit of a distraction. Okay. I have one thing left. Alright, that was way too close. Alright, now it's getting pretty nasty. Let's see. I think the energy shield airdrop is what I will go with. Things are looking kind of rough. We still haven't been able to level these guys up. Okay. So we can drop a shield, but I can't do anything else. We've got melting points out, which is not great. I would like to maybe get some upgrades. We could give you... Let's do this. So we take something over, it gets max HP. Nothing here is going to die if I don't upgrade it, but it would be really nice to upgrade you. That's 200. Over here, we've got the fangs. More fangs. Melting point. Yeah, he's kind of screwed. That is true. Would be nice if I could give him some support, but I don't think I can. Level 3 Mustangs. That's a pretty good amount of power. Not sure if it's worth the points, though. With these melting points out there. Might be better off just upgrading what I already have. The alternative is I get my own melting point, which I do love the melting points. But we kind of have a mess on this left flank. There's just not much to hold. But no matter what, we're going to have a mess on the left flank, I think. Alright, give me a melting point. I'll upgrade you guys. And the melting point I will keep back on this right side, I think. Being all screwy there. Yeah, I'm just gonna put him in artillery in the back, basically. I'm gonna use the shield to protect, like there. And we'll hope for the best. My left flank's kind of screwed. Got good shield coverage here. It's already weakening, though. How are we doing on this side? Yeah, the melting point's just eating my Overlord while he's shooting little crappy targets. Don't really matter. Melting point is causing me all kinds of trouble. Looks like I took control of his melting point. That might end up saving me. Melting point is just getting wrecked from something. Oh, those are like high-level artillery. That's what's going on there. Okay. Why my hacker bot had to walk out there like a maniac, but alright. Okay, I don't think we're gonna win this. We're wasting attacks on stupid targets. Okay, melting point's down, that helps, but most of my stuff is gone. And there's just too much firepower left. At least it's nothing, like, really big. Well, I might be okay with this artillery I picked up. I might win this. Yeah, I actually win that. Pretty massive losses, though. Got a lot of guys on the verge of disappearing. Massive health increase to overlords, but they don't attack as much. That's actually interesting. Just to help hold the line, maybe? And I could try to make up for that with adding something to them. Alright, we'll do that. Yes, so everyone who's about to disappear, I probably should upgrade. That's probably what I should do. I can't upgrade you, that really sucks. Okay, so what's important over here? You guys are already level 2, let's get you to level 3. The steel balls up front are doomed. You guys only cost 50, so we can reset those pretty cheap. Same with you, we can reset that pretty cheap. What's over here? Lots of stuff. Okay, not great. Definitely not great. Give me... I need something to distract over here. It could be something as cheap as just throwing some tanks up front. Or a fortress. Yeah, let me try throwing a fortress in here with the force field. I can't quite fit him in ahead. Let's go there. Could still do some more upgrades. I do have the crawlers available if I want to use them, but I might want to wait till next round. And then I could use them that round and then in the final round. I think. Cool down 3 rounds. No, I think I want to use them now, and then I'll have them back in the final round. Okay. So, yeah, let's go... Crawlers... Just as a big distraction on that left side. Try to keep that Overlord alive if I can. Everything is about trying to keep guys alive so I don't lose them at this point. If this guy can survive and then actually, get some XP, we can level him up and we'll be good. I'm going to go with another fortress, actually. And I'm going to go on this opposite side. We're just going to go double fortress bubble to try to protect him. And we've got the crawlers coming up. You cost 100, you cost 100. Okay. Alright. I'm going to kind of pay attention on this left flank and hope that my aircraft doesn't get shot down, but it might. I do have a lot of extra HP now on these guys. My overlords, that is. Okay, how are things going over here? It's a giant mess. Alright, back. Okay, he's going to survive, it looks like. Nice, 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 nice. That was kind of one of the most important things. Try to keep these guys alive as much as possible. Okay. And hopefully he got XP and I can level him. Then that'll be a priority. Let's see. I'll take the electromagnetic blast, I think. Did you level? Yes, excellent. Okay, we'll keep you from dying. We lost my flyers in the back, though. Anybody else about to die? Yes. Only some I can do something about, though, so I'll do that. Alright, what am I facing here? Force fields, lots of swarming guys. Okay. Right. I can do more upgrades. I'd like to do some of these upgrades, not just like leveling guys to keep them from dying. That would be ideal. Let's see. A couple units. I want more overlords, please. And I would actually like to get the artillery on them too, but I think I'd rather just have more of them at the moment. Oh my, all my, what? How did, these guys weren't about to die, were they? All of my wasps are gone? They weren't. Okay, maybe I just overlooked it, but I didn't think that they were on the verge of getting wiped out. Okay, that's kind of disturbing. All right, well, I'm going to deploy you further back because you do produce wasps. So we're going to have at least somebody in the back to try to deal with potential flankers in the future, but also to kind of pump out some wasps. I'm going to take another overlord just to go crazy with flyers here, which I always like to do. I don't have backup here. So I'm going to give some additional backup here. Then I can just go nuts with leveling and upgrades. So you guys, I can't do anything. Melting point, I'd really like to give you extra range, but leveling you is probably even better. This guy's actually been doing good work for me. I'm going to level him up because he's getting banged up a bit. We are going to lose those forward steel balls here, almost 100%. So with 250, not much I can do. Shooting at a bunch of different targets is pretty good, but I kind of want the increase in range as well. Increasing in level is always good. The 250, there's not a lot I can do. Splash damage, but it's reduced attack. Blocking some damage and a little bit more HP for these guys isn't the worst idea in the world. Not sure if it's worth it. If I had somebody else I could level for 100, I probably would. But I don't. These guys all cost 200, which just doesn't leave me enough to do anything else. What else? Electromagnetic shock is interesting. But at this point, it's kind of hard to justify grabbing like one arc light when I've only got 2 units that I can deploy, and there's just so much stuff that I'm fighting. I think we probably just want to upgrade, and I'm going to upgrade you just to get you back to maximum, so you can die as many times as possible. Do have electromagnetic blast. It's got a 4-turn cooldown, so if I use it now, I don't get it back. So I think I want to save this for the final round. So I think I'm done, other than maybe throwing out a sentry missile. I think I'd rather sit on the points, maybe. There are a lot of swarming units here, though. Let's roll the dice and see how it goes. Artillery causing me some trouble. Lots of force fields. Lots of death. Death, destruction, and mayhem happening everywhere, basically. Still have my hacker in there, causing just trouble in general. Yeah, I'd really like the artillery on these overlords. That would help a lot. How are we doing over here? Alright, got the left. Alright, that actually went fairly smoothly, more than I was expecting, honestly. Okay. Double attack. Let's, yeah, give me the improved firepower. I have to throw that on somebody. Probably the melting point here. Got a few things available. Yeah, so if we take this, we put that on... I think I accidentally put that on the hacker, but I think that's kind of okay. Alright, what am I facing here? Arc lights, artillery in the front, some flyers in the back. Lots and lots of arc lights, actually, with a lot of upgrades. Alright, does anybody need to be saved from death? No, because everybody that needed to be saved died, looks like. What level is this? Overlord's coming in at level 3. That's tempting. That's actually quite tempting. You guys I wouldn't mind leveling because you're down a couple. So I can do that. Need some cannon foddery types. And you win. Be nice to upgrade these guys as well, just the additional firepower and capability. Give me a high-level overlord. And I'm going to use you... over here. This is every 2 rounds, so yeah, give me that. We'll drop it kind of there-ish. I've got pretty good tanks I could get. Level 2 sledgehammers, we could maybe fit them in somewhere here, maybe. Just as something on the ground. Or we could level up both of these guys. I feel like that's probably a better use of my abilities. We could also get the anti-air barrage, which actually gives them ability to do some damage to aerial targets, which is not the worst idea in the world, considering what I saw at the very end on the 12th. Last time, what we had was just a ton of overlords everywhere, so just the ability to do anything back to the overlords seems like a good idea. I'm gonna have to call that good and hope for the best. Something's going on. Alright, shields protecting me a bit there on the left. Shields are protecting them a lot over here on my left. My fortresses look like they're about to go down. The shields are just doing massive work. It's a huge mess everywhere. We are kind of winning the fight on the left, although I've taken a lot of damage. Those arc lights are upgraded so they can hit aerial targets, which is not ideal. I'm actually losing my overlords here. Alright, my left flank petered out in its attack. Those arc lights are causing me all kinds of trouble. Combined with the force fields. I might lose this one, but I won't take too much damage. Okay, that's it. He didn't have a lot left though, but I did lose everybody, so that's a big hit to our ability to kind of refield people again. Okay. We can have a giant unit produce sledgehammers. Go for 3 deployable units. I think that's the way to go. They don't have a ton of resources. Okay, let's take a look and see if anyone's on the verge of death. So they should be highlighted in red. I don't see anybody. We do have guys we can level up, but nobody's going to die if we don't level them up. What are we facing off against? Honestly, kind of a similar force. We're on round 11, so we're saving the electromagnetic blast for next time, because that's the final round. And I'll have crawlers as well next round. Okay. Okay. I can get 3 things, but I actually don't have a huge amount of cash. We could add some cheap stuff, but I think I'd rather, I don't know, do it leveling or cheap stuff. Because we can grab another arc light quite cheaply. But I'd really like to level these 2 fortresses in the front. Give me... No. We level you guys. You guys need it to hold out. That's my priority at the moment. Then we grab another Overlord. Remember, my Overlords are making units as we move as well. Going to reinforce just a massive air force on that side. And give me an arc light. And with 50 points left, we can upgrade an arc light or upgrade my marksman here. I'm going to upgrade the marksman. The arc light, I'm going to put you in with kind of this mass, but a little further back. Okay. It's a giant weird mess, but hopefully it works okay. It does have a bunch of flyers further back, but we're kind of hitting them. Shields are already down. This is actually going a bit worse than I was hoping on the left. On the right, I think we're probably okay, although that artillery was kind of scaring me a little bit. These fortresses are sort of holding the line on the left, thankfully, still. The spawned units that we're getting from these overlords definitely helping a lot. I think I lost my hacker. Died somewhere in there. I would like to get the hacker the shield, if I can. Okay. Free Overlord for 200 points. Barrier on somebody. I think I've got people with nothing on them, so a barrier might be a good idea. Okay, is anything on the verge of death that I can upgrade? You. So you get an upgrade. And I think that's it. Yeah, everything else will survive. That's fine. So we want to use everything. This is round 12, the final round. We are facing off against a whole lot of crap. A lot of melting points, which is kind of scary. Hacker... Extra range would be really nice, but it's really expensive. I don't think I can spend the points on that. I think I've got to do other stuff. And neither one of these guys has anything extra. We could drop a barrier on one of them to sort of help out. That's probably not the worst idea in the world. The other thing I could do would put it on the melting point in the back here. Which I think I'm going to do that. Just for the extra shield coverage. That's a level 3 hacker for 400. I could actually grab a couple hackers if I wanted to try to do that and put them right in with the fortresses. That might work. It's a big might, but if I can turn some of the enemy against his own forces... No, actually, I want you further out. I want to target... I want to be inside the shield, though, is the problem. Those guys should die pretty quick, though. So I'm going to go nuts on hackers here, which is not something I've ever really done. So I'm going to deploy some hackers inside that force field bubble. I want to spend every little bit of points I've got on something important. 50 points to upgrade an arc light is not really that big of a deal. I might be better off getting a sentry missile. So give me a sentry missile as far forward as possible. Over here. I'm going to take the electromagnetic blast on everybody over there. And we're going to get crawlers coming in right in the middle just to cause a big distraction. And I think that'll probably do it, depending on the timing of the electromagnetic blast coming in here. Okay. Decent timing. Aircraft are down. How are we doing with our multiple control? Not ideal. The crawlers... A lot of crawlers coming my way. And one down. Not really sure they're doing a whole lot. He's just getting killed by the melting point, even though I'm taking people over. Yeah, my left flank just got wrecked. My right flank, even with all of that, is also getting wrecked. So yeah, I lose this one probably, if I can't destroy a lot of stuff. Oh! Oh! Oh, it counts it as a draw. Well, that's better than a loss. Yeah, that was kind of nuts. I thought I was actually going to do okay there. So he just had tons of crawlers that came from somewhere. I guess it was just these guys further back that no one else interfered with. My crawlers didn't seem to do much of anything. The electromagnetic storm. So damages shields, disables tech, decreases movement speed. So they should have like just some general debuffs and slow them down for a bit, not actual damage. I thought that would do more work than it did. Basically didn't do a whole lot, unfortunately. And I think spending the 800 points on these two guys, like I didn't see them really do anything. The hacker bots, like they took over a few individual guys here and there and they just got blown to pieces. The force fields here dropped and then they just sort of walked in. I'm surprised that with the additional shield here on the melting point, I couldn't hold a bit better on this right side. But I guess the melting points just eat stuff alive, so there's not much you can do about it. All right, well, an improvement anyway, but still a draw. So the survival mode, I did survive, and technically I won because I have 4 points left and he has 1. So I'm going to call that a moral victory, and we'll maybe try this mode again sometime. We'll see how it goes. All right, this has been survival mode in Mechabellum. Again, this isn't early access, so things probably can and will change before the final version of the game. We'll see how that goes. All right, I've been DisturbingPuppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I will see you next time. Until then, have a good one.